Okay, here's a second example. It's a slightly more complicated example. We're going to use 5 newtons at 67 degrees north of west. Okay, so we're going to be putting those cardinal directions in right now. Over here on the right side, you'll see me create a little bit of a compass rose, north, east, south, west. So what we're going to do, we have to orient what we've got. Start by drawing a small axis, and then we're going to kind of work backwards from this, because we have to figure out where are we going to draw our 5 newtons and where is 67 degrees north of west. So I'm going to work backwards. First, apparently I went too far, just a second here. Okay. All right, there we are. So 57 degrees at 5 newtons at 67 degrees north of west. There's our compass rose. There's our axis. And here we go. I am going to go west, and I'm going to go north so that I am 67 degrees. 67 degrees above that horizontal. Again, that is north of west. Okay. Now my horizontal component is my force in the x direction. My vertical component is my force in the y direction. That vertical component right here, that is opposite the angle. Okay, so my force in the y direction is opposite. My x is adjacent or touching the angle. Now we're going to use that same stuff that we did on the other page. And if it is adjacent, that means we're using cosine of theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. H cosine theta is equal to adjacent. 5 times our cosine of 67 degrees gives us an adjacent, or force of x, is 1.95. Okay. We're jumping over here on the right-hand side. We're going to take care of that f of y. Back it up just a little bit for you. Okay, so now I'm going to do the force of y. I'm going to move it over here so that we have some room. Okay. So that will be equal, sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. H sine of theta is equal to our opposite. Okay, so that means our H sine theta is equal to, changing colors here, is equal to the force in the y direction. So, oh, I lost a letter. Hang on. Backing up. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So, if our h sine theta is equal to our opposite, and our opposite is the f of y, okay, then what I'm dealing with here is 5 sine of 67 is equal to my force in the y direction. Okay. And that is 4.6 newtons. Now, if you're looking at this, you've got to keep in mind that this is a vector, all right? Okay, yeah, you saw what I just did, huh? All right. Even the components of the vector are vectors themselves, which means we have to pay attention to which way they're going. Since the force in the x direction is going to the left, that means that our 1.95 newtons, which is our force in the x direction, all right, it has to be a negative because it's going to the left. And I believe, ignoring all this extra stuff, that covers our second, slightly more complicated example of how to break things into components.